first formal presentation will be brought to us again by Council Member Blumenfield of the 3rd Council District. I want to welcome back our colleague, Mr. Blumenfield, to the council. Your turn. Mr. Blumenfield.
Great, thank you.
Good morning. My name is Cynthia Gonzalez, and I organize with tenant workers and community members across Los Angeles, in specific with East Side Leads in the East Side. We are also part of the State House LA program, and we're here. I'm here as a community member and tenant organizer to ensure that we're letting you all know that we're deeply worried about our community members being detained, our community members that are currently being evicted and can't pay rent because of the current ICE raids. Families are struggling to stay housed, and we need you all as city leaders to support us and to support the work we do to make Measure ULA a reality. During the beginning of Measure ULA, I remember talking to a lot of different members across the East Side about how they would like to allocate funding for ULA. And I want to ensure that here today we represent the people and what the constituents want from each and every single one of your district. We are asking you all to ensure that ULA funding goes directly to.
And before we move on to the next speaker, I see that Mr. Herman has joined us once again. Mr. Herman, I want to take the time to warn you for disrupting the meeting earlier today. I did not want to disrupt the presentations. To be clear, this is not just because your behavior is disrespectful. You are being warned because you disrupted the presentations by going behind the presenters and standing maybe a foot behind them. That required us to have LAPD security stand there to stop the disruption. There were multiple complaints. And again, while we cannot control what t-shirts you wear, what sweatshirts you wear, or what you say during public comment, you are not allowed to disrupt this meeting. Sorry, Speaker. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Mi nombre es Tomasa Martínez.
My name is Tomasa Martínez.
Soy miembro de ACE.
I'm a member of ACE.
Soy inquilino y miembro de la comunidad de Boyle Heights, Distrito 14.
I'm a member and renter of Boyle Heights, 14th District.
Sin más preámbulos iba a leer, pero de una vez vengo a lo que vengo.
I was going to go on, but let's go to what we came for.
Estoy aquí para exigir que se respete la medida ULA.
I'm here to demand that we respect Measure ULA.
Que los que no se esforzaron ni siquiera para apoyarla, que no metan sus manos destructoras.
For those of you that weren't even there to support us, don't put in your dirty hands.
Porque si esto sucede, muchas familias como yo podríamos quedar desamparadas en la calle, desprotegidas, y mis ilusiones de tener apoyo se desvanecen.
Because if this is allowed, so many of us like me can end up on the streets, and so many of my hopes and dreams will be ruined.
Por sus ideas tan bellas que tienen, según ustedes.
All because of your such beautiful ideas that you have, according to you.
Estoy a punto de ser desalojada en mi vivienda. Estoy pasando por depresión, estrés, ansiedad, debido al acoso de la hija del dueño. Y no es posible que ustedes hagan esto.
I'm about to be evicted from my home. I'm suffering through depression, stress, anxiety, all due to the harassment of the daughter of the landlord.
Pónganse las pilas y defiendan la medida, pero ya. Gracias.
Get it together and support this measure, but now, thank you.
Buenos días, concejales y concejales. Mi
Good
nombre
morning,
es
council
Irma
members.
Yolanda Martínez.
My name is Irma Yolanda Martínez.
Soy inquilino y vivo aquí en Los Ángeles.
I'm a renter and I live here in Los Angeles.
La medida ULA es una de las herramientas más efectivas de la ciudad para mantener a las personas en sus hogares.
Measure ULA is one of the most effective tools we have to keep people housed in Los Angeles.
Está funcionando.
It's working.
Ha ayudado a evitar que miles de personas caigan en la falta de vivienda y está financiando soluciones reales y permanentes de vivienda.
It's helped avoid more than 1,000 people lose their homes and end up homeless.
Me preocupa profundamente que ahora el Consejo esté avanzando para poner en la boleta enmiendas a ULA. Este esfuerzo no se trata de frenar la derogación o impulsiva por Howard Hayes.
I'm deeply concerned that the council is now moving to put amendments to ULA on the ballot. This effort is not about stopping the Howard Jarvis repeal.
Esta campaña va rezagada y a sus patrocinadores.
This effort is not about, interpreter correction. That campaign is behind and its backers refuse to engage with the community.
Se negaron a dialogar. Gracias por todo.
Hi, my name is Kyle Nelson. I'll be giving general public comment. I'm here as a tenant organizer, policy advocate, and CD5 resident. Measure ULA is an accomplishment that the city should be celebrating. It's LA's largest source of housing funding, providing stable local revenue at a scale that the city has never seen before. And since ULA has passed, Los Angeles has seen its first sustained drop in homelessness in years. It's a clear sign that rental assistance and homelessness prevention initiatives funded by ULA work. Instead, we're here yet again because ULA is under attack. This ballot amendment effort is not about protecting ULA from repeal, but about giving in to the same real estate interests who have already lost the fight to defeat Measure ULA at the ballot box and in court. Any amendments or changes to ULA should come from a transparent process that includes the United to House LA coalition, not through shady attempts to undermine what voters overwhelmingly approved. Let's maintain our commitment to ending homelessness in the city of LA. Stand with us to defend Measure ULA.
Good morning. My name is Anna, and I'm here with Community Power Collective in East Los Angeles, and I'm also a tenant. I'm here to support Measure ULA. Measure ULA gives us an opportunity to invest in social housing, to preserve affordable homes, and to provide legal support so tenants can actually defend themselves. These are real needs, and this funding has already supported directly in our community. Yes, Measure ULA is new, and yes, we're still navigating it, but instead of weakening it, we should be giving it a chance to do what voters asked for, to build more truly affordable housing, not just luxury buildings with a small percentage of affordable units, but housing that actually serves the people who live and work here. We vote for you to represent us, to stand with the people in your districts, not just protect profits. Please give our communities the chance to stay housed, supported, and safe. Thank you.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Cristina García. Soy miembro del colectivo Poder Comunitario. Estoy aquí para pedirle que por favor protejan a ULA.
Hi, good morning. My name is Cristina Garcia. I am from Community Power Collective, and I am here to ask you to protect Measure ULA.
ULA va a traer más viviendas para nuestras comunidades, abogados gratuitos para defendernos de tantos acosos y desalojos, y también a proteger a nuestra comunidad migrante que ha tenido que sufrir tanto en estos tiempos por los ataques del sistema gubernamental federal.
Through Measure ULA, we have been able to generate more affordable housing for the community and also receive pro bono lawyers to help protect us against evictions and harassment from our landlords. And then also, we're receiving protection for the immigrant community who is constantly under attack due to the tactics that are being undertaken by the federal government.
Por eso les pedimos protejan a ULA, no permitan que ULA se elimine, porque ULA se ganó con un voto democrático. ULA debe conservarse.
And that is why we're asking you to protect Measure ULA. Measure ULA should not be removed or repealed in any way, and it was voted on democratically for us to have it. Please protect it.
Muchas gracias por su atención. Gracias.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Muy buenos días, mi nombre es Eva García, soy organizadora de colectivo Poder Comunitario.
Hi, good morning. My name is Eva Garcia, and I am an organizer with Community Power Collective.
Y estoy aquí para decirles que ya dejen de jugar al gato y al ratón con la medida ULA.
I'm here to tell you to stop playing this cat and mouse game with Measure ULA.
Necesitan proteger a ULA.
You need to protect Measure ULA.
Gracias a ULA tenemos abogados gratuitos para no tener más familias en la calle.
Thank God, through this measure, we have free lawyers who are able to protect tenants so that they don't end up in the streets.
Hay menos gente viviendo en la calle gracias a ULA.
There are less people living on the streets thanks to Measure ULA.
¿Cuándo han visto que una medida como ULA haya protegido esto en estos momentos en la ciudad de Los Ángeles?
When have you seen another measure like this one actually protect LA residents in these times?
No lo hay, ¿verdad?
It doesn't exist.
Pero ahora los ricos dicen que ULA no sirve.
And now rich people are trying to say that Measure ULA doesn't even work.
Porque los estamos haciendo pagar sus impuestos. Eso es lo justo.
And it's only because we're actually making them pay their taxes. That's not right.
Siempre los ricos invaden impuestos.
Because the rich are always trying to evade their taxes.
Nosotros pagamos más impuestos que ellos.
We pay more taxes than they do.
Y no lloramos.
And we're not crying about it.
Por eso les digo, su deber de ustedes como concejales es proteger a ULA y proteger a la comunidad.
And so that's why your duty as council members is to protect the community and to protect Measure ULA.
Porque deben obedecer mandando las necesidades de su comunidad. Gracias.
Because you should be listening to what we need and what we demand as the community.
Go ahead, Mr. Herman, you have 1 minute.
Una pinche minuto para explicar lo que está pasando en este pinche ciudad cagados.
Only 1 fucking minute to talk about what the hell is happening in this godforsaken fucking city?
Mira este abogado pendejo panzón allí, cara de pinche papa, no ayuda a nadie de sacar de las pinches
Mr.
cosas
Herman, you will
que
address this
diciendo
body
a
or you will
nosotros.
forfeit the rest of your speaking time. You know the rules and you claim to know them better than we do. Address the body, not the audience.
Just translate, please.
Debería dirigir la palabra al este organismo gubernamental, no al público. Usted está consciente de esta regla, señor Herman.
Entonces, este güey habla, pero no habla de los derechos de nosotros. Aquel cabrón Corrien es un pinche jodido de madre.
So this guy is over here talking, but he's not talking about our rights. You know, he's just a fucking loser.
Entonces, panzón, cabeza de melón, óyame bien, smoking scan.
So, fatso, melon head, listen to me well. Smoke and scan.
In the name of the truth of the law, 42 U.S.C. 1983, Bain Act 52.1, as far as I'm concerned, that fucking Korean can eat dog. Fuck you.
Next speaker.
Good morning. My name is Emily Ramirez, and I'm a housing policy associate at the Southern California Association of Nonprofit Housing. This is a critical moment for Measure ULA, which has now generated over $1 billion. It is a voter-approved, citizen-led initiative, and voters were explicit about what they wanted these funds used for. They want people permanently housed, not placed in interim housing that just removes the visibility of homelessness. We stand with voters, homelessness service providers, and the continuum of care in opposing any exemptions to the ULA tax or redirection of ULA's funds toward interim housing. Angelinos want the City Council to permanently house people experiencing homelessness. Furthermore, changing our own measure will in no way protect our funding against threats from Sacramento or the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. We respectfully urge the Los Angeles City Council to not advance this motion and to vote no if it comes before council. Thank you.
Good morning. All items and general public comment.
Okay,
I want to start off with on the minutes. When we have the minutes, you're supposed to keep a summary of what each individual person, as well as whether they are for or against a particular motion. And there's been a lawsuit before where the city has actually edited video footage that's being captured right now as we speak and not accurately reflecting what people have been making comments on. And that's why you're supposed to have minutes that reflect a summary of what each speaker is talking on. And so that way we can get an accurate public record on what each individual person is for or against, and other items that might not be on the agenda, but the council has full authority to bring forward. A lot of people have come here for years, and I've seen them myself, talking about various housing-related issues and other corruption-related issues that the city is part and parcel initiating, and yet none of that is being reflected on the public record. And I've seen it for myself. Many videos, even recently, the city council has edited to not accurately reflect what people are talking about. I want to move on to item number 2 on the agenda.
Your time has expired. I know you got in here before we made the announcement, but there are no items that are open for public comment, so everyone just gets 1 minute for general. So, next speaker.
Barbara Schultz, Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles and Stay Housed LA. Your job, council members, is to pass laws that protect and benefit Angelenos. But ULA was a citizen initiative by and for the people. And this the motion you're going to hear today seeks to subvert the people's law. ULA was and is meant to help tenants in one of the most expensive cities in the country, one of the most expensive housing markets. This new initiative attempt only harms tenants by taking funding away from much-needed services, rental assistance, and new housing opportunities. So please stand up for Angelenos and the people's law and oppose this motion. Thank you.
Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
Yeah, Amy Nevarez for general public comment. I'm here to ask the council to vote against any amendments to ULA at this time. This ballot amendment effort is not about protecting ULA from repeal, but about giving into real estate pressure through carve-outs, exemptions, and delays. Doing so will only signal to developers that they should continue to delay development to possibly wait for carve-outs that are never going to come because the people will not vote for this. The people of LA will learn about your efforts to undermine their votes for ULA as it stands. They will come out and vote for their people, not for the developers, every time. But they will remember where you stand the next time you need them. Do right by your constituents and do not move forward with the proposed amendments to ULA. I'd like to add that you all work very hard to find money for LAPD. Why don't you all look for the same funds to fund homelessness resources and tenant protections instead of coming for LA's only stable resource of revenue for the people? Thank you.
Good morning, City Council. My name is Mario Valenzuela. I'm with United Teachers Los Angeles. Over the past year, many of us have been engaged in defending ULA against the Howard Jarvis repeal effort and broader real estate pressure. City leaders suggested amendments might be needed to get Howard Jarvis to back down from its statewide repeal effort. While our coalition agreed that Jarvis' threat was real, we were also clear that ULA is working. Any discussions were limited to narrow, non-substantive clarifications to support implementation. No changes that reduce revenue, create carve-outs, or weaken voter-approved programs. The Howard Jarvis campaign is behind in these efforts, and its financial backers refuse to engage with housing advocates, labor, or community organizations. Despite this, city leaders are moving forward with a ballot amendment effort that would waive or delay ULA revenue and reassign funds away from voter-approved uses. This makes clear that the proposed ballot measure is not about stopping the Jarvis repeal effort and attack on public revenues, but about giving in to real estate pressures and reshaping ULA,
Speaker,
just as it's beginning to deliver results. Let's stop undermining the vote of the people.
Next speaker.
I have a feeling you know I'm telling the truth when I say that the police are illegally failing to record and seriously investigate criminal allegations. So maybe you're thinking, how bad could it be? I don't see bodies piled up in the streets. Here's how bad it could be. Suppose medical examiners are threatened with violence unless they report suspicious deaths as natural. Unless there was obvious trauma, an untrained person would never know. They might suspect something fishy, but they wouldn't be able to prove it. People know very well that they are being extorted, and the reason they don't report it is because they are being extorted. You need to get this investigated. You need to write the governor.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Eloisa Galindo, soy miembro de ACE.
Hi, good morning. My name is Eloisa Galindo, and I am an ACE member.
Hoy estoy aquí para pedirles que protejan ULA.
I'm here to ask you to protect Measure ULA.
Ustedes saben que tienen una crisis grande de vivienda. ULA protege a las familias y a los estudiantes.
You know that we're going through a very serious housing crisis right now in Los Angeles, and Measure ULA protects families and students.
Este mensaje no es para... He estado aquí muchos días. He estado en el distrito escolar de LUSD dando comentarios.
I've been here for several days now. I even was at LAUSD giving public comment as well.
Yo conozco a los políticos que en verdad trabajan por el pueblo.
I know who are the politicians that are really behind the community.
Pero yo digo hoy, es una vergüenza que ahora Karen Bass, que no se ha acercado al pueblo.
And I think it's truly an embarrassment, a shame that Karen Bass has not come to the people.
La veamos queriendo destruir ULA.
And that now we're seeing her want to take down Measure ULA.
La veo caminando por las calles junto a Antonio Villarraigosa, que Antonio Villarraigosa derrotó la proposición 10 a favor de los inquilinos.
And we see her walking around with Antonio Villarraigosa, who voted to protect tenants.
Es una vergüenza que esos políticos ya estamos cansados de que estén a favor de asociación de charter, privatizando la educación, y asociación de apartamentos para tener más inquilinos viviendo en las calles.
And it truly is a shame that we have politicians out there that are siding with the Charter Association and the Apartment Association who want to privatize education and have more people out on the streets.
Alcaldesa, póngase a trabajar.
Get to work.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Magdalena Calvac y soy miembro de ACE.
Good morning. My name is Magdalena Calvac, and I am an ACE member.
La comunidad no estamos de acuerdo en que quiten el fondo de ULA.
The community is not in agreement with you taking away funds from Measure ULA.
Si hacen esto, afectará a muchas familias. Vamos a ver más destrucciones, peor de lo que estamos viendo ahora.
And if you do this, there are going to be so many families impacted by it, and you're going to see even more destruction than we're already seeing now.
Estos fondos ha trabajado la comunidad, buscamos votos, trabajamos fuerte para que estos votos o estos fondos se logren, y eso es lo que nos hace ayudar hoy en día.
Those funds are funds that the community worked hard for. We worked to get those votes so that we can get those funds to help us.
¿Hasta cuándo vamos a seguir batallando y venir a pedir a ustedes, por favor, voten? Yo creo que tiene que conocer en su comunidad que hay tanta necesidad.
So how much longer are we going to have to keep coming here and keep fighting for the same votes to protect our community? You're our politicians. You should know what the community needs.
Esta es la gran necesidad que les traemos en sus mesas, y por favor actúen y hagan algo para la comunidad, y así prosperemos todos juntos como ustedes quieren ser prosperados, y gracias.
And so we're coming to you and we're bringing this need before you for you to do something for the community. And so we ask for you to please do this so that we all can thrive together. And when we thrive, everyone can thrive. Thank you.
All right, good morning. I'm here for general public comment. All right, my name is Nicholas Gardner. I'm an organizer with United Teachers Los Angeles, and the 38,000 educators of UTLA are united behind protecting Measure ULA because we know firsthand the toll that homelessness and housing insecurity takes on students and families. Educators are being priced out of Los Angeles. They cannot afford to live in the communities in which they teach and are driving hours just to make it. We have educators, there's nowhere in this city where a first-year educator can afford to live in affordable housing. You know, ULA is the most effective program in the city's history for the promotion of affordable housing. 10,000 people have been kept off the streets. 800 affordable housing units are now being online. 10,000 good union jobs have been created. Workers and tenants stand with ULA. The voters stand with ULA. And the only people that the carve-outs and the exemptions helps are billionaires and corporations. We ask the council to stand with the voters, to stand with workers, and reject this council ballot initiative. Thank you.
Good morning, Rob Notoff with the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor to speak on general public comment. I'm here today to speak in strong opposition to any amendment to ULA that would create a 15-year exemption for new development or reallocate funds from interim housing. As a reminder, ULA was overwhelmingly passed by the voters of the city and was anchored by salt-of-the-earth workers like construction workers, home care workers, and teachers, the very workers who are today leading the resistance in Minneapolis and who are overwhelmingly women of color. ULA was designed to curb homelessness through preventative practices that keep people housed and build affordable housing that workers can afford, so why would we take that away? It's been under assault by the billionaire class, and any move to weaken ULA will be viewed as carrying the water for the billionaires who are trying to weasel out from paying their fair share. Lastly, it's finally starting to work. 4 $100 million plus multifamily projects just sold last quarter. The market is adjusting, so let it breathe. And finally, the labor movement will be watching this body to see whether you stood with billionaires or whether you stood with working families. Thank you.
Good morning, City Council. As we enter 2026 and reflect on the current toxic news, let us hope for peace and justice. We must start to reflect on ourselves and begin a journey of kindness and consideration for one another. It all starts within ourselves. Peace can be achieved when we have a heart for one another. Los Angeles is a large city, and we have a long road to go. It starts within our homes, schools, workplace, and communities. The workplace has to produce decent and civil people. It's all about helping one another. The business sector, large or small, must instill a caring and nurturing arena. Thank you, Rick Caruso, for helping the fire victims. The stakeholders and leaders of Los Angeles should cooperate with one another so that we can live in peace and harmony. These thoughts and hopes occurred to me on Martin Luther King Day. And also thanks to you, Paul Rocks, for your time today and help that you honored to us. Thank you.
Hold my time, that's the oldest member of the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council who last week did receive a certificate after 30 years. Can you imagine? 30 years of cleaning up. Public comment, sir. Public comment. Last week, I almost didn't make it here. I almost fainted over there. And these fine officers, and I hope what that other group is listening, they watched out for me. They offered me water and made sure I was okay. Then we went down to Santee Street where ICE, as we know them, KKK, were down there disrupting. So we went down there and we supported by buying and eating there. So if you want to help people who are undocumented, instead of just talking, go down, and when you see one of these events, go and support those workers. Go and support those people who are being humiliated by being treated like cows. Do that. Do that. And I can't remember what else I was going to talk about. There was something else I was going to talk about. But thank you, officers, and whoever that is. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for taking good care of an old man. Thank you.
General comment, please. 안녕하세요. 시의원 여러분. 제 이름은 리디아 코넷이고요. 저는 로스앤젤레스 거란 세입자입니다. ULA 저에게 매우 중요한 프로그램입니다.
Good morning, council member. My name is Lydia Cornett. I'm a tenant in Los Angeles. Measure ULA is a very important program for me. It's about whether people like me can stay in our home.
이금 많은 세입자들이 퇴거를 피하고 주거를 유지하는 데 도움을 줬습니다. 이러한 지원이 없다면 많은 가족들이 단 한 번의 위기 상황으로 모든 것을 잃을 수도 있습니다.
This funding has already helped tenants to avoid eviction and stay housed. Without resources like this, many families would be one emergency away from losing everything.
저와 같은 많은 세입자들은 ULA의 임대료 지원과 소득 지원이 필요합니다. 또한 ULA 기금으로 건설되는 저렴한 주택개업 사업도 필요합니다.
Many tenants like me need ULA's rent assistance and income support. Also, we need ULA-funded affordable housing developments as well.
만약 ULA 약화되거나 지연된다면 이러한 안전망은 사라질 것입니다. ULA 수정하나는 가서 반대를 부탁드립니다. 우리 모두 하나님의 사랑으로 기도합시다.
If measure ULA will weaken or delay, that safety net would disappear. I urge you to stop any amendment to ULA. God bless everyone. Let's pray together for tenants.
아멘.
Hello, I am Cynthia Borjak, and a tenant in Koreatown and a part of the ACT LA coalition. Our community won a hard-fought fight to win Measure ULA. Residents understood the need to create long-term housing solutions to stabilize communities and to veer us away from a constant crisis response by taxing the wealthiest property owners in the city. Today, you celebrated youth, students, women, and their education. How many of them will be able to afford to live and work here? This is not the time to sustain the status quo and give in to the interest of the wealthy and to developers. Create pathways to build, but not by cutting a tax on the wealthy. They are doing just fine as the rest of us question how much longer we can afford to stay in our city. We want to work with you to create long-term, genuinely affordable homes to build social housing. We want to put these first $1 billion to work. An amendment done in the interest of developers and that undermines the visions of the voters sets a harmful precedent that the financial interests can thrive behind closed doors. Give ULA the chance it deserves and give Angelinos the chance we deserve. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Xiomara Cuaresma.
Good morning, my name is Xiomara Cuaresma.
Soy miembro de ACE.
I'm a member of ACE.
Aquí me dieron solo un minuto para explicar lo que estamos viviendo en la sociedad.
I've only been given 1 minute to explain what's going on now in society.
Yo estoy observando como ustedes están viendo al mismo tiempo que aquí no hay cuerpo de bomberos, cuerpo de policía, cuerpo de doctores.
I'm seeing how you all are observing how there's nobody here, there's no policemen, there's no doctors, there's no firemen, there's no one here.
Somos la voz de aquellos que no pueden venir, que no pueden levantar su voz. Somos aquellos que estamos luchando por una causa justa. Y mi pregunta es para los que están todos aquí sentados, tanto de corbatas como de faldas.
We are here, I am here to raise the voice and to be the voice for those of us that could not join us today. And I see all of you here, those of you in a skirt and in ties.
¿Qué hacen ustedes cada día cuando se levantan y vienen aquí a sentarse?
What do you do every day when you wake up and you come here and sit down?
¿Con qué mentalidad ustedes vienen a sentarse a escucharnos a nosotros, a las organizaciones?
What mentality are you bringing with you when you come and sit here and listen to us and our organizations?
Mi pregunta es, ¿ustedes podrán dormir de hoy en adelante con tantas necesidades que hay en las calles?
I ask myself how you are able to sleep at night with all of the things that are going on out here in our streets.
Mediten lo que están haciendo y lo que van a hacer porque hay mucha necesidad. Y es necesario que si ustedes tienen que apoyar y hacer un trabajo, háganlo.
Please think about
Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es María Osorio y soy miembro de ACE.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Osorio, and I am a member of ACE.
Y yo estoy aquí para pedirles que por favor protejan la medida ULA.
I'm here to ask all of you to please help protect Measure ULA.
Y la razón por la que se los digo es porque la comunidad trabajó para recaudar esos fondos.
And the reason I say that is because we worked so hard to get a hold of those funds.
Para que esa medida pasara y se llevara a cabo.
So that measure would pass and be in place.
Salimos a tocar muchas puertas.
We went out door knocking.
Salimos a agarrar muchas firmas con lluvia, con sol.
We went and collected signatures despite, interpreter correction. We went out and collected signatures, rain or shine.
Salimos a tocar puertas para pasar la medida para que la comunidad votara.
We went out to collect signatures in order for the community to give their vote.
Y no es justo que ustedes nada más quieran agarrar ese dinero para andar haciendo proyectos y agarrarlo para lo que a ustedes les dé la gana.
And it's just not right for you to want this money to do all of your little projects and do whatever you want with it.
Esos fondos son de la comunidad y por favor traten de ser conscientes y dejarlos para ellos.
That money belongs to us, the community. Please try to be conscientious of this and leave it to us.
Eso va a hacer que se mantengan en sus hogares, viviendo ahí con sus familias y no sean una estadística viviendo en la calle.
This is going to help us maintain our homes, stay with our families, and not just become another statistic on the street.
Por favor, protéjanla y dejen ese dinero en paz. Gracias.
Please protect it and leave these funds in place. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Delvin Enríquez y soy miembro de SAGE.
Good morning. My name is Delvin Enriquez, and I am a member of SAGE.
Yo apoyo a ULA y no estoy de acuerdo que quiten el dinero que es dinero del pueblo y para el pueblo.
I am here in support of ULA, and I would like to ask that the money that belongs to the people stay to the people.
Soy indigente y tengo 4 años en la calle y ningún lugar me ha ayudado a conseguir apartamento.
I am indigent, and it's been 4 years since I've been on the street, and no one has helped me obtain housing.
Estuve en Hopis 3 años durmiendo en un estacionamiento y el día que les dije,
I was in Hopis for 3 years in a parking lot, and when I said that,
¿dónde está mi apartamento? Me echaron en la calle el día de mi cumpleaños.
on my birthday, when I asked for housing, they put me out on the streets.
Me afectó mi salud mental ya que fue el día de mi cumpleaños y siempre lo recordaré.
This really affected my mental health since it was my birthday, and I'll always remember this.
Acerca de ULA, ellos me ayudaron a pagar $7,725.28 para quedarme más tiempo en mi apartamento.
And as far as ULA, they've helped me. I received $7,725.28 in order for me to be able to stay in my home.
Y me dieron un abogado gratis para ir a la corte.
And they also provided me with free counsel to go to court.
Si quitan a ULA, la gente viene conmigo más a la calle.
If you take away ULA, there will be more people like me on the street.
Aquí en la calle vivimos discriminados por la sociedad y el sistema que tenemos.
Us here on the streets, we live discriminated by the system that's in place.
Por favor, no le quiten el dinero al pueblo, que es del pueblo.
Please don't take the money from the people. It belongs to the people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Speaker. And thank you to everyone who's come here to speak. Before the next speaker comes up, I just wanted to say that we will, public comment is going to be for a full hour today. We started at 10:50 and we'll go till 11:50. So I just wanted to give you that update. So we have 20 more minutes of public comment, but I didn't want anyone to be surprised when public comment ends, but we're going to have a full hour of public comment. I know there's a lot of people who want to speak, but I didn't want you to be surprised when we ended it. So that's the update. Thank you. Please, sir, go ahead.
Good morning. Mi nombre es Antonio Martínez.
Good morning. My name is Antonio Martínez.
Vengo de Boyle Heights, de Poder Colectivo Comunitario.
I am from Boyle Heights, from Poder Colectivo Comunitario.
Si ULA se ganó democráticamente y fue el pueblo quien votó por ella, ¿por qué la quieren poner nuevamente en la boleta y votar?
If ULA was won democratically and put on the ballot democratically, why would you want to put it again on the ballot for a vote?
Si ULA ha defendido a miles de personas con abogados gratuitos en la corte.
ULA has helped thousands of people providing free legal counsel in court.
Ha evitado desalojos y ha frenado la indigencia en nuestra ciudad.
It's avoided many evictions and assisted with preventing homelessness in the city.
Díganme, ¿qué otra ley ha hecho tanto como ULA?
Tell me, what other law has done as much as ULA has done?
Por eso les pedimos claramente que respeten el voto.
This is why we ask you clearly, respect our vote.
Democrático y que acepten que ULA ya se ganó.
Respect our vote, which was democratic, and accept that ULA is already won.
Lo único que está pasando ahora es que los ricos no les gusta pagar impuestos.
What's really happening right now is that wealthy people don't like to pay their fair share of taxes.
Pero seamos claros, todos pagamos impuestos.
But let's be clear, we all pay taxes.
Y ellos también deben pagar conforme a la ley.
And they should also pay according to law.
Ustedes, como concejales, tienen la responsabilidad de hacer lo mejor para el pueblo.
You, as council members, have the responsibility to do what's best for the community.
No para los
Speaker, your time
intereses
has
de unos
expired.
cuantos.
Señor, se le acabó su tiempo.
Hello, good morning. God bless everybody here today, this morning. I'm very happy for all of the folks out here right now supporting the efforts that ULA has been making. My experiences personally, I love just telling you guys about what it's like for me being in LA as a transplant, especially with such a deep community focused on the rights of Angelenos, experiencing interaction with LAPD really is a factor of motivation for commitment to public service, and never fearing to negotiate, but not negotiating out of fear and focusing on what is the imperative of our social dictum and moral rights and dispensation to the best of one another, to the best of what each one of you bring to one another, to the city and to the city council. Thank you all. God bless.
Thank you so much. Next speaker. And before the next speaker speaks, I do, and there have been a number of comments about Measure ULA and protecting ULA. And I just do want to say, I know we'll have an opportunity for a longer discussion, but I do want to say that I have been one of the largest supporters of Measure ULA since the measure was even proposed. I phone banked for it. I endorsed it. I was very excited about it. It is one of the most consequential measures that voters have passed in Los Angeles. And I am very, very eager to protect it for the future and to be honest about the conditions that we're operating in. Multifamily and mixed-use housing production has slowed in the city of LA. Lenders are pulling back from the market entirely. And there's multiple efforts to undo ULA entirely, to take it away from us completely. We are producing fewer units of affordable housing with ULA in place than without ULA in place. And that is a problem. And there's multiple efforts afoot to take this away from us. It is one of the most important resources that we have available to us. And I understand that there might be disagreement going forward about how it operates and how we're going to make sure that we protect it for people. But I do want to say, as someone who has fought over and over again alongside tenants, over and over again alongside working people, to put tenant protections in place and to make the kinds of investments in deeply affordable housing that this city needs, I hope that we can have that conversation. I've been having it for the last few months, and I hope that we can continue to have it. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for your inputs, and to say that I strongly agree with everything that you're saying. There may be different ways of thinking about how we protect this going forward, but I stand here with you in deep agreement with the comments that you're making. So thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Rose. It's public comments. I'm a tenant living in Koreatown. I'm here to urge you to oppose any motion to amend ULA. And I would like to say, please respect the voters' will that pass ULA. As tenant, I experience landlord harassment and I face an eviction. Through ULA support, the organization Kiwa was able to help me to understand my right as tenant. And Kiwa also support me to find relocation assistance and transitional housing. Without ULA support, I would have been unhoused and end up living on the street. ULA is very important to millions of tenants like me, and ULA definitely prevent for further homeless crisis. This is a time to strengthen and raise more funds for ULA, so many tenants who are struggling could receive housing support.
Next speaker.
rent relief and income support.
So,
they can be
Speaker,
housed.
we have to move on to the next speaker. We have to give everybody about the same amount of time. So,
Good morning. My name is Emmy Farrow-Gurman. I'm a Housing Policy Associate at the Southern California Association of Nonprofit Housing, and we serve on the steering committee of the United to House LA Coalition. I am here to urge the Council to respect voters' 2022 mandate to build and preserve permanently affordable housing. ULA exists to address the limitations of traditional funding sources, which simply aren't enough. The numbers prove this need. The first Homes for LA Notice of Funding Availability had funding requests totaling nearly $1.3 billion. We have successfully raised $1 billion, but the need still exists. The 65 multifamily housing communities requesting this capital represent over 6,400 homes for families, seniors, and our most vulnerable neighbors from the San Fernando Valley to San Pedro. Do not undermine the impact of ULA through tax exemptions and the redirection of funds. Changes to Measure ULA will not protect this funding against threats from Sacramento or the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. Please stand with the voters and the organizations working to house Angelenos.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker.
Hello, good morning. Sorry.
Good morning. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Hello, my name is Diana Dean. I am from District 10. I'm here today because I feel backstabbed. I feel belittled. I feel that you guys hate our community for doing this to us. We worked so hard, timely, over and over again, just to have this known, tell this in our faces that ULA is going to be defunded? Like how? We tried so much to have it in the first place. We put it in the ballot, we voted for it, we got our community out to speak and speak up their voices for at the end that none of that matters, none of that even exists. We are nobody, because that's how I feel. We are already struggling as it is as a community, try to keep our jobs, try to make sure our children get home from school safe. Everything's horrible. We're just trying to keep a roof over our head. Don't do this to us, please.
Good morning. You have 1 minute.
Thank you very much, City Attorney Smoking Scan Jason Jenkins. I want to talk about the public safety crisis on Figueroa Street. So last week, I was dating Dana on the Figueroa Street. I was eating her out at the side of the street. But the problem is that more than 25 gangbangers surrounded us. They were dragging us out of the vehicle. They were trying to rape Dana. So I have to sacrifice my ass in order to protect Dana's ass.
I'm going to need you to connect this to something that's within the city's subject matter jurisdiction, or you will forfeit your speaking time. This is not your opportunity just to provide an anecdote.
In order to save her vagina. So why we cannot have 20 LAPD patrol cars on Figueroa Street, so make sure everyone is safe. You continue to call me out of topic, that's okay, I don't really care. I have to take a 24-inch down my throat in order to save Dana, so Dana can go home in one piece. So I have to do everything. Why not have more LAPD officers on Figueroa Street, so make sure everyone is safe?
Time has expired. Next speaker. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Strathman. I'm the Executive Director at Strategic Actions for a Just Economy. I'm also a PhD in anthropology from UCLA. I did my postdoctoral research at the David Geffen School of Medicine. I have multiple peer-reviewed publications, and I'm a member of the Society for Applied Anthropology. Ever since Measure ULA passed, and I want here to argue against any amendments to that, developers have been trying to gin up anxiety about its impact on commercial and multifamily housing. And I can tell you as a professional researcher, there is simply not enough data out there that's unadulterated by attempts to dangle in front of developers the prospect that they might not have to pay the tax to come to any substantive conclusions. Anybody who tells you differently is being disingenuous or they are not good at their job. I would urge the council, rather than rushing to some sort of precipitous action based on the machinations of developers, to try to wait until you understand the impacts of this very important initiative before doing something abjectly foolish. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Lynn Price. I thought I was here by myself today, but since a lot of us here on the same subject. Last 4 years, I've been going through interim housing. I did everything the district attorney office asked me to do for expungement. I did everything the safety office asked me to do. I did everything. I even stopped the life of crime. I even stopped using drugs. I'm no longer on drugs. But You had LA Family Housing, and y'all know it for 3 years. They ODing with fentanyl out there, and they're alone in there. And when you come to make a complaint or tell them, you get retaliated and kicked out. I don't understand. I thought that was a safe haven for people trying to change their life. But I'm on the street right now. I got drugs, everything I got right here on this cell phone. Videos, everything I got in black and white, because that's what y'all want to see. I got drugged to Southern California Hospital. My primary doctor was there saying I can't talk to someone else. Right here. I've been to the police, Wilcox police station so many times, it's unbelievable. Wherever y'all gonna tell me to go, wherever,
Speaker,
let's
so
just get done.
your time has expired, but can I ask that you
Wait,
wait
what
over
you
there on
mean?
the... we have to give everybody the same amount of time. So, Speaker, if you wait over on your right-hand side of the council chambers, okay, so at this point you're disrupting the meeting because we have to move on to the next speaker. Please, if you wait on the right-hand side of council chambers, okay, Speaker, this is your second warning. Please do not disrupt public comment. Just wait over there at the side, okay? At this point, you are eligible for removal for disrupting the meeting. We need to move on to the next speaker. Just if you could please wait there patiently. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza, soy miembro de ACE.
Hi, good morning.
Sorry, hold on for just 1 second.
Un momento.
We want to hear you, Speaker, so if you could just hold on till he... Sir,
Queremos escuchar su comentario, así que por
sir,
favor,
you've been
espere un
warned you're
momento.
disturbing the meeting. We're grateful for everyone's input, but you're not allowed to disturb the meeting.
And Madam President, at this point, he is eligible for removal if you would like. Sir, you have received multiple warnings. I believe now you're on warning number 4 or 5. We are, just like we wanted to hear from you, we are trying to hear from other speakers. They have also been waiting patiently this entire time.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm sorry. We'll add 2 minutes at the end so that we get to hear from everyone. So I apologize for that. Speaker, please continue. Thank you.
Ahora puede continuar. Gracias, señora comentarista.
Sí, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza, soy miembro de ACE.
My name is Sofía Mendoza. I'm an ACE member.
Estoy aquí para decirles que protejan a ULA.
I'm here to tell you to protect Measure ULA.
A nosotros como inquilino nos ayuda mucho, sí, porque yo he pasado por 2 desalojos y eso me ha ayudado a no quedarme en la calle.
As tenants, this measure is very helpful for us. I personally have gone through 2 different evictions, and Measure ULA has helped me to not end up in the streets.
Y ustedes, todos los concejales, sí, si saben bien que cuando se hace una ley, no tienen que quitarla. Ustedes están para protegernos.
And you as council members know very well that when something is passed into law, your job is not to take it away, your job is to protect it.
Ya están actuando como el presidente, violando las leyes.
And now you're acting like our president, breaking laws.
Eso no es justo, pero ¿saben una cosa?
And it's not right, but you know what?
ULA se va a quedar, no la van a destituir, ¿sí?
ULA is not going to go anywhere. You're not
Porque
going to
así
repeal
como
it.
luchamos para ganarla, vamos a luchar para que se quede, ¿sí?
Because as much as we fought to win this
Gracias.
measure, we're going to keep fighting to keep it. Thank you.
My name is Jessica, and first I want to clarify that a lot of the so-called findings Councilmember Nithya shared earlier are misleading and most likely cited from flawed studies. I'm with Liberty Hill Foundation and have the privilege to work with dozens of community-based organizations that have fought for Measure ULA and are actively participating in the variety of innovative programs funded by ULA. Since ULA passed, LA has seen its first sustained drop in homelessness in years. Our foundation has worked with LA City to ensure that the millions generated by the wealthiest property owners are being used to prevent homelessness by ensuring over 10,000 plus LA City tenants have remained housed through outreach, education, tenant navigation, and legal services offered by a successful Stay Housed LA program, and eventually that we will build an ecosystem of community-controlled housing through the Trading Hub. And I should note that these programs are securing permanent homes of tenants, not interim housing. So please support ULA and don't repeal or change what the voters already voted for.
Good morning, council members and council member Rahman. My name is Stefano Medina, and I'm an attorney for ACE. And I hope I don't get into too much trouble for what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it because I know that this is what my community is thinking. Council member Rahman, you made good points. I was sitting there thinking, hearing what you were saying, and it sounded reasonable, but what everyone was thinking while you were talking is, if this is true, why did we, and by we I mean tenants in Los Angeles, find out about what was going to happen today yesterday? Why did we find out about this yesterday? Why didn't our allies in council, why weren't they informed? What I think can easily fix this kind of a issue is simply co-governance. If we simply engage with each other and give each other a heads up and work together. We're not right about everything, but we have expertise, we have lived experience, and we think that should be part of the discussion. Thank you.
Good morning, go ahead.
Good morning, Christina Boyer, General Public Comment. I'm an attorney with Public Counsel. I just wanted to add to what everyone has said today. Public Counsel and ACT LA worked for months and months to develop Measure ULA. It involved deep discussions between affordable housing developers, community groups, labor unions, tenant organizations, many other stakeholders. It was a thoughtful process, and it would be irresponsible for the city to rush through at the 11th hour a tax break proposal that would weaken the city's best source of funding for affordable housing, rental assistance, and homelessness prevention programs. All of these folks turned out on a moment's notice because these proposed changes to the ULA are dire for our communities. Any changes to ULA should go through a real community process, not be rushed under pressure from the for-profit real estate industry. Please respect the will of voters and fully implement Measure ULA. Let's not negotiate it against ourselves. Thank you.
Hola.
Good morning.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Elizabeth García.
Hi, good morning. My name is Elizabeth Garcia.
Aquí les hago un comentario. Cualquier enmienda o cambio a ULA debe surgir de un proceso reflexivo.
I'm here to comment that any change or amendment that would be happening to Measure ULA should go through a thoughtful, reflective process.
Y transparente que incluye a las partes directamente afectadas.
And it should be transparent that also includes stakeholders that are directly affected.
No imponerse de manera apresurada en la boleta para socavar lo que
Adelante.
socavar lo que los votantes aprobaron.
So please don't rush to pass something to put an end to what the voters asked for.
De forma confundente.
And please don't do that in a confusing or unjust way.
Y que no quiten el programa ULA para todas las personas que lo necesitan.
Please don't take the ULA program for the many people who need it.
Gracias.
Thank you.
My name is Elizabeth Hernandez. I'm an ACE organizer, and just as everyone that has spoken, we were working on getting the vote out for ULA. We passed it, and it's upsetting that you guys want to make changes now. When we went out there and got this, we started talking to the community, we told them ULA will be a benefit for the community, something direct for the tenants, not for corporations, not for developers. So we have to understand that you guys have to listen to the community, not to these developers. They already have so much in our city. They already have so much, and they keep taking more and more and more, and the tenants keep picking up the slack at the end of the day. We as tenants cannot even afford or rent at this point, And now you guys are trying to take money that is helping many people in our communities. It's not fair, so vote no on it.
Thank you so much. And with that, we have reached the end of our time for public comment. We've taken public comment for over an hour today, so I want to thank you all for your time. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, colleagues, and I want to thank the members of the public that are coming out and providing raising their concerns. I want to bring to the attention, for those of you that may not be aware, that there was another arrest by the U.S. Attorney's Office around fraud associated with the work around homelessness and some of the expenditures that are happening. It's been alleged $23 million of misuse of public funds, $5 million derived directly from LASA in contracts. And colleagues, I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention again. I think it's been a few years now that I've been talking about this. The elephant is in the room. LASA is still a problem, and we've done absolutely nothing to change it. These are public funds that are supposed to be dedicated to effectively helping to address the homelessness crisis on the street. If you care about homelessness, then you should care about making sure that public dollars are being maximized for effective results that are tangibly shown to all of us. We should be able to see the results. I'm not talking about bad homeless counts trying to rationalize or justify the expenditures that are being made. But damn it, we need to have a real conversation around how homeless dollars are spent, the accountability of service providers that are making millions and millions of dollars without any accountability. If you care about this issue, then schedule the item in committee so that we can have the conversation. But enough is enough. How many more arrests need to be made? How many more individuals need to be removed from their appointments for this new structure of La Casa because they're now being charged with gross misconduct and misuse of public funds? Enough. We were elected to have these conversations, not to shelve them, not to hide them out of public view, and not to allow one executive leader to control the conversation. So I look forward, colleagues, to ensuring that this dialogue occurs appropriately in our Housing and Homelessness Committee. Ms. Rahman, I have a motion for the conversation around centralizing this work in a Department of Homelessness. This is not something that needs to happen piecemeal. We are in a crisis, and every arrest is exemplifying the abuse and the lack of transparency of public dollars. Enough is enough. Let's stop hiding behind the facts here, folks. How many more articles do you need to see? How many more arrests need to be made? And how many more contracts need to be awarded without the approval of this council before you decide time's up? So I look forward again and demand the scheduling of my motion and a comprehensive conversation, colleagues. I know, Mr. Blumenfield, we've talked about this how many years? There's no excuses for this conversation not to ensue by this body. That is what we were elected to do. I look forward to that happening before the next arrest is published by the LA Times. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Other members with announcements? Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up today. I think it was, at least for me, it was really profound to see all the community members that were here, all the community-based organizations that were here, and also the deep labor bench that was here in support of ULA. I heard you. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day, walking here, busing here, paying for parking to be here. Thank you. And I also want to uplift a motion that I've put forward around homelessness, and that is a motion for the city to directly contract with the County of Los Angeles on our homelessness services. It was seconded by Councilmember Blumenfield. I would also love to see that move forward in this time as we're looking for accountability and transparency. Thank you.
Councilmember Jurado.
Yes, I want to join the chorus. Thank you to a lot of my constituents
Gracias por mis constituents that came here today to shout out and really appreciate ULA. The fact that tenants and labor got together to push this something so novel and innovative to change our economy foundationally is so important, and defending it is so important, and we know it doesn't come without struggle, so appreciate you all coming out today. And I want to uplift what the other council members said. As we think about our homelessness spending and think about it in our committee, I look forward to having those conversations to think about the diverse set of options and choices that we have to be responsible stewards of our homelessness policy and housing development in the city, and to not just think about it in a singular vantage point. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having those conversations in committee.